to break the grip of corruption and black money, we have decided that the 500 rupee and 1000 rupee currency notes presently in use will no longer be legal tender from midnight to night.
Namaskar everyone, welcome to topic of the day. In this video, we will learn about demonetization. It was in the news because recently a 5-judge Supreme Court Constitution bench commenced hearing petitions challenging the validity of Union government's 6-year-old decision of demonetization. Appearing for the petitioners, senior advocate P. Chidambaram argued that entire process was flawed, which inflicted miseries and hardships on people. Now question should come in your mind. What is demonetization? It means stripping a currency unit of its status as legal tender. On November 8, 2016, Government of India announced the demonetization and PM declared that use of all 500 and 1000 banknotes of Mahatma Gandhi Series, which accounted for 86% of country's cash supply, would be invalid past midnight. And he also announced the issuance of 500 and 2000 banknotes of Mahatma Gandhi new series in exchange for the old banknotes. Now let's know earlier instances of demonetization. Government of India had earlier demonetized banknotes in 1978. Now let's look at the arguments given by government in favor of demonetization. First is crackdown on black money. It has been stated that by making the larger denomination notes worthless, individuals with huge sums of black money gotten were forced to convert the money at bank, which is by law required to acquire tax information from the entity. Next is crackdown on terror finance. Police in many states reported a setback to Hawala operations, and government also claimed that move would crack down on the use of illicit and counterfeit cash to fund illegal activity and terrorism. Next is the move would encourage cashless economy and encourage e-commerce, and it has been stated that move is constitutionally valid as Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court in its judgment in Jayantilal Ratanchand Shah versus RBI and others 1996 had upheld the legality of an earlier note scrap order by the government in 1978. Now let's look at the criticism of demonetization. In 2012, Central Board of Direct Taxes said that it is not a solution for curbing black money as it is largely held in the form of benami properties, bullion and jewelry, as only 6% held in cash. And huge amount of money is stashed away in Swiss banks, but little has been done to bring back that money. And real solution is reform of political funding, but on this front, government is not taking any credible steps. Other criticisms are Reserve Bank of India was not ready with an appropriate amount of substitute currency, leading to cash shortage in banks and ATMs, and disbursal or payment of wages, salaries to the workers became difficult, and crores of citizens had to stand in queues for long hours to withdraw their own money. Demonetization led to temporary slowdown of the economy, and global analysts cut their forecast of India's GDP growth rate due to demonetization. And former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh remarked that demonetization is good in the long run when we all are dead. Now let's look at the way ahead. To complement demonetization, following measures could be adopted to reduce tax evasion. First is a GST with broad coverage to include activities that are sources of black money creation, like land and other immovable property should be implemented. Individual income tax rates and real estate stamp duties could be reduced, and income tax net could be widened gradually and consistent with constitutional arrangements could progressively encompass all high incomes. And timetable for reducing the corporate tax could be accelerated, and tax administration could be improved to reduce discretion and improve accountability. Now let's look at the question. Consider the following statements relating to demonetization of banknotes. First statement is Government of India had demonetized banknotes in 1978 and 2016. Second statement is a Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court in its judgment in Jayantilal Ratanchand Shah versus RBI and others 1996 had upheld the legality of earlier note scrap ordered by the government. Which of the statements given above are correct? Answer is C, because both the statements are correct. So with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening. For regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.